What's up, y'all? It's GT Junior Grows in Alaska,
G Mama Grows.
Mike's Kid Gardening.
and we're here to
I was
deliver a
looking.
message to you. I
My
ain't even know.
bad.
My fault. My fault.
I was looking
I see we got.
down.
I see we got some
Hey
people in here
y'all.
too. Yeah, y'all can
Hey,
speak.
everybody.
Uh-oh, I think I'm
Yeah.
having technical my
Oh no.
uh-oh. There we go.
All right.
If I drop
Hello,
out, then
hello,
I can come
y'all.
back on my phone.
All right, sounds good.
You want to
Hello,
run some Q&A?
LGG Love. You looking forward
Sean?
to this conversation? That means you got some questions for us. Hopefully, you got some questions for us.
Hey,
Miss
Nisi?
Joyce one. Hello, hello. My Renaissance grandma. What's up?
Welcome in.
Robin's
Shawnee
Garden. Oh,
Grows.
Dave Bugsby.
Hey Nisi the Garden Rookie.
You got some questions
That's
for Dave Bugsby?
my Renaissance grandma.
Shiny
Yeah,
Grove.
yeah,
I play
Dave,
some
how's
magic
the,
music.
they haven't set up that hydroponic system yet? I thought she said she was going to.
Hmm. Oh, let me move this out of the way.
I'm in the
Hmm.
wrong one.
Nisi the Garden Rookie. Hello, hello.
Hey, Janet,
Janet
LGG.
Potter.
Hello, Janet.
So basically, I've been hearing, just questions about, hydroponics, people, giving their opinions, and it's been great. And I just wanted to say, if y'all got some questions, please bring it to us. We we want to see more and more growth when it comes down to hydroponics. And one of the ways we could do that is just having conversations about this. And
Right.
one
Yeah,
of the things that I wanted, oh, go ahead, Mike.
oh, I was just gonna say all questions are good questions because I know a lot of the gardeners, they some of the gardeners I've been seeing are kind of embarrassed to ask questions because they're a gardener and they think they should know the answers. And no, ask questions. It's great.
Right.
We love it. No, don't be shy.
Please
And
don't.
what we
I
don't
can't
know,
grow
we
beets to save my life.
find.
I can't grow
Hey,
spinach. I
Shay's
got spinach.
Urban Edibles.
Hey Shay.
Yeah, we all need assistance in some kind of way in certain
Hi,
areas.
Serena.
Yeah, I mean, I just know what doesn't work, and I know some tricks that can work.
Right.
Because these tabletop units, they do have, limitations. We are
Right.
using those a lot, but they do have limitations. And, you know, um, you can remedy some of that with the root pruning that G Mama does, but still, they still have limitations. It's only like a
Right.
gallon and a half of water that you're utilizing for them
Right.
to just build a root mass. So some things are going to be a lot more complicated. So remember that.
Yeah, and like anything, there are a million ways to do the exact same thing. Like I could plant a pea plant in how I plant it, and G Mama could do it the way she does it, and GT Junior can do it the way he does it. Completely different methods, all get us the same. If they get us to the same place, that's all that matters. And you got to find the ones that work
Yeah.
for you. So like, I don't root prune because I don't. I just don't do it.
Right.
GT Junior
And I
doesn't do cracky. I do cracky. So yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
sorry. We all do all different ways of gardening, and that's just how gardening goes. Everybody has their own way of doing it, but we all achieve the same goal in the end. And I seen a question or Shay's Urban Edibles. She's talking about the plants, and she's saying that the plants they grow out in hydroponics, and I've been seeing a lot of people trying to do that, and pretty much those tabletops are not designed to grow out plants like that. They're designed to get your plants started and maybe harvest lettuce or greens or something like that and keep a harvest going. But as far as tomatoes and peppers and things that produce fruit, you would have to either up pot them or plan on maintaining them in the unit, which requires both root pruning and top pruning in order to keep it underneath the light, depending on how tall your light is.
Right.
When it comes down to different varieties of tomatoes, the indeterminates, we
Right.
love the
That's what they say.
indeterminates. You get so many different flavors, color schemes, size of tomatoes. So root pruning and or top pruning is going to assist you with being able to grow a lot of different varieties. Now, it is possible to produce, a pepper or two in these tabletop units, inside of those units. And it just matters which the one purpose that you want to use it for. And as you gradually go on, you'll see that, that 5 gallon is gonna, that 2 gallon, things like that, it's gonna be more beneficial as you learn hydroponics more and more.
Right.
Happy Mac, hello, hello.
Hey, happy.
Hey, Happy Mac. Yeah, the size of the plant is definitely, and some of the micro plants, they are really small and they are meant to be harvested small, such as
Right.
the peas that I just grew, the Tom Thumb peas. If you let a pea develop inside of that pea pod, it's going to be too tough to eat.
Yeah, it'll be a little
Yes,
brick,
it is.
a little marble.
Yeah, you have to harvest them when they're small.
And the Tom Thumb lettuce too needs to be harvested real small, tiny. And that little headu tiny bok choy has to be tiny.
Yeah, that baby bok choy was a waste of my time. I was mad about that.
Yeah,
Little old
they're
bitty
super small.
leaves, like what?
But see, remember, if you remember back in the day when hydroponics first started, that was the goal. Was we were all competing with each other to see who could grow the tiniest thing. Like
Right,
I grew a tomato plant that was the size of one digit of my pinky. It was not even an inch tall, and it had 30
right,
little tomatoes on it, but they tasted nasty. So yeah,
right.
I
Mm.
Don't be
won. I
fooled by
did it.
tomatoes, y'all. Sorry, Mike, but those just because it
Good.
says cherry tomato, it is that does not mean that the plant is small. Cherry tomatoes produce a very large plant.
Right. But yeah, we were all fighting to see who could grow the tiniest microdwarf plant. And that's why, you got things like the Matapino and all those, super tiny plants in the Tom Thumb because that's what they were doing.
Right.
But now
Let
I
me
grow I
see.
grow because I want to eat the stuff. And so I grow things that are tasty. I don't care if it's if it fits in my system and it grows prolifically, that's what I want. I want food.
Right.
Thank you, baby. Oh, so I wrote down I wrote down five plants that can actually do pretty good in hydroponics as far as, the maintenance. There's not as much maintenance required. That's the pepper because it has the male and the female, the stamen and the um oh man, I forgot. It has the male and the female. I don't remember right now. Tomato, and if you can go with a determinate variety, that's a little bit more less. That's a little less maintenance. Eggplant, beans and peas, and leafy greens. So that's the five that I think that are, you know, like the core of what hydroponics Inside, you don't have to do as much maintenance, but we're gonna grow everything.
Uh,
Right.
Nothing's gonna stop us.
for root
Um,
vegetables, you have to pay very close attention. It can be done, but you might want to wait until you get a couple of grows in your unit to figure out how you want to get that root out of that sponge or whatever you're growing it
Right.
in.
I don't do
Hey,
root
Gwen.
vegetables.
Right. Well, I remember when I first got into hydroponics, when they were first, you'd go to Amazon or any other place and you look at the box and they'd have apple tree and an orange and strawberries all in the same unit and tomatoes, and it was clearly photoshopped, but people would
A
buy
gimmick.
those units thinking, right, it was completely fake, but people would buy a little teeny 1 foot square space hydroponic unit thinking they were going to grow a food forest in it, and then be mad at it, of course, because nothing would work, and then they would say, "Oh, hydroponics is terrible." But
Right. Pepper
since the three of us
101.
have been saying, right, since the three of us have been doing the 101, saying, "Hey, just grow some lettuce and don't overcrowd your system. Grow one. If you're gonna grow a head of lettuce, you're gonna get one head of lettuce in that system." And for now, finally, people are finally starting to listen, and they're actually growing and enjoying their systems now, which I think is great.
Right. And the reason we were saying leave a space or a spot in between plants is because once those plants reach a certain maturity, they're going to be overcrowding each other, and plants need air. So you should invest in a small fan. That would be my recommendation in order to get circulation through there. And an oscillating fan is great, but any type of air circulation, as long as it's moving through there, will help the plant.
And as you get
So
more, go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say Janet has a question. She's asking about how long the roots should be before she transplants. I don't think it's for well, me personally. It's not about the roots. It's more about how the seedling is doing before I want to move it out. If I because I don't want transplant shot. So I tend to move my plants outside younger. Um, I do have a method now. What I This is a tip just for me. This is what I do is I will move the the seedling. If I want to move it to soil, I move it to cracky, let it drink the water down till it's almost dry, and that way it's getting used to not living in that water. And then I'll put that in the soil. Then I have almost zero transplant shock or issues when I move from hydroponics to soil because I do that intermediate step of doing cracky, letting the drink the water up to so the roots are almost dry, and then I'll move it out to soil. But there, of course, like I said, there's a million ways of doing it. I'm sure G Mama has her way, and GG Junior has his way. I'll let them speak on that.
Yeah, I would
When
just
it comes to
recommend that smaller the better, especially if you plan on transplanting them out. If you don't plan on transplanting them out and you're just doing them to start them in the unit, then it's not really um, that important. But roots are a lot stronger than people give them credit for. But the smaller the plant, the less the transplant shock. The
Right.
bigger the
That's
plant,
what I
the
find
more
too.
of a transplant shock is going to go in.
Right.
yeah, it takes some adjustment, no matter if it's hydroponics or if it's soil. When you take anything from one environment, put it into another environment, there's always going to be some type of shock, but you lessen it the more you integrate it a little bit by a little bit, and that's kind of what we're saying. Mike
And
said that he
unique.
Right.
left it real low. Yeah. Now, what I have is I filled up every last slot in my hydroponics upstairs, right here. The roots have entangled themselves. They have their own network of webs. So that means that I have to go in there and discombobulate everything. And that means that that's going to be stressful for them. Now I have these 3 units that I'm going to be putting them in. Um, so half of those will be moved down here, but it's going to be transplant shock. You cannot fill up every one of your things, especially if you're growing like melons eggplants, beans, or whatever. You can't fill them all up, or you risk complications if you do not move it in time. So just be
Right.
cautious with that.
And just keep in mind, the smaller the better. And I seen a question about seeds. I think it was Happy Mac asked about nicking the coat, the seed coat, and that's different for different varieties of seeds. And a lot of people have difficulties with that because nicking the seed coat is actually that. And when you nick a seed coat, you're damaging the shell, and you could possibly damage the embryo inside if you're not careful by even crushing the whole seed, and it's a waste of time. But to soften seeds, all I do is add hydrogen peroxide to water and drop the
Right.
seeds in. And it works from everything: watermelon seeds, kale seeds, anything hard black seeds, or just hard seeds in general. It'll soften the seed and it will protect the root while it's germinating from pathogens.
Hey, Casey. Yeah, it's like an egg. You know, you the inside of that seed is the yolk, and you want to protect it.
Right,
It doesn't work to cut the collar. What is that called? The callus, the casing, or whatever. It does work because it makes it a little easier for the seed. I mean, for it to germinate. But at the same
right,
time, you're also risking um, bad bacteria and things like that directly into that inner
right.
thing,
If you have a
whatever
steady
that's called.
hand
Mhm.
and good skills, you could probably do the seed nicking and scarification.
True.
That's what it's called.
Right. Yeah, I just never found it. I've never found it necessary, except for the one
Right.
exception is moringa. I do remove the shell from the moringa, and I've had no success with the shell on, even with peroxide. But once I take that shell off, I've had moringa grow like
Is that
wildfire. So that's
moringa though?
the only thing I
It's
can say
just
is that that's the exception.
moringa that I'm starting, and yeah, I'm gonna put it in hydroponics. See what it's gonna do. 5 gallons, put both of them in there. See what they do.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
You
Hey,
gonna put
Glee.
them in the 5 gallon each or the
I'm
same
putting them
five
both in
gallon?
the same 5 gallons.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
see. See, the thing about it is, I haven't had a successful enough grow to where it was where I took the leaves. Now I've grown one, but I didn't take the leaves. So this time I
Mhm.
want to be able to take the leaves while they're still young and they're bitter. But I want to take one here and there, and if I can get it the last six
Start
months, and I'm
taking.
good.
How
Right.
Hmm?
many noses on those? How many noses on
Uh,
there?
two. They're not getting that much sun. They're up
Okay,
under
yeah.
this tabletop.
When it start getting five, even though the leaves are small, start harvesting your leaves.
Yeah, okay, then. That's good
It'll
advice
keep
there.
growing.
Ooh.
It'll keep
We,
growing.
we, we do
And
have
I
another
got an example if
question.
you want to see it, because I
Oh, I
harvest my
didn't
leaves.
Yeah,
you
yeah, go ahead
inspired
and
me to
grab it.
do
Go,
it.
no one want to see. We're
That's
gardeners. We
all
got to see
I
that
do
stuff.
is grow my moringa for the leaves. I don't try to grow it big to get seeds because I know it ain't gonna do that here. Oh yeah,
Okay.
It's
that's
not
good.
And
much
That's
roots, but they're
so,
there, so
hmm
right.
yeah. Put it
So let
in
me
some
answer
clay
the.
pebbles, 5 gallon. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, that'll
yeah.
work. So let me answer a question that Nisi had. She was saying how that might her zucchinis don't like the tabletop system, and I do find that some plants love to have that moving water, and some plants absolutely hate it. I've found plants that will absolutely love Cracky and grow like wildfire, and then I've seen plants that I've put into even deep water culture with the popping bubbles. There are some plants that just don't want their roots to be moved or disturbed at all. So give it
Right.
a try. Grow two plants. Grow one in actually you there's like three or four different methods. Try all the methods, and then when you find that one that works for you for that plant, you're golden. Go run with it. That's what I do.
Right.
I'm not successful because I know what I'm doing. I'm successful because I try a bunch of stuff and then I find the thing that does work for me and I run with it.
It's all
And
about
with zucchini, I would
experiments.
yeah, with zucchini, squash, and things like that, I always want to have two plants, and that's because when the female, when she's ready, I want old boy to come on and holler at her. So I
Right.
always want to have two plants of, especially if I'm grabbing, two a zucchini. I want to have two zucchinis, two squash,
Right.
at least, and that's just so that mating process it seems to be a little bit easier, you know.
Right.
So that's why
And
I have so many
germinate.
plants up there.
Sorry.
Hmm?
I was just saying germinate more seeds than you need.
Yeah, that's why
The
we buy these
germinate.
seeds.
Right.
We don't want to
Mhm.
wait. We want to grow.
And
For
in some of these
real,
places,
for real.
if you get a pack of 300 squash seeds, you might as well grow three or four. Just give yourself that insurance that that you're gonna one because sometimes I've had a plant just die no reason. Like I have
That
like
part.
three exact same plants, exact same medium, exact same everything, and one will just go like I'm out.
Yep.
And if I had relied on that one, I'd be really sad.
And I do it because I'm clumsy. I just take off a top and be like, uh
Oh,
oh.
I've done that. I've
Just
dropped
start
plants on the
again.
ground.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've done
yeah.
that. We've all done it.
I
Or
go
you try
back
to trim
like
a,
three
a
to
you try to
six.
trim a string or something with the scissors, or you cut the main root of your plant.
Yep.
Hmm.
Ripping
Oh
off too
man,
much of the root and don't even realize and be like, I think it'll make it. Yeah, it didn't make it. So,
leaving your seed in the where you germinated at, just
ah,
leaving it in there, and then the tail of the germination, it's all squishy and this
right.
it's
Yeah,
like
been there,
man,
done that. Left it in there
yeah,
too
not
long.
yeah. I put it in the bag sometimes because I put it on the tabletop, and it's like I can just label on the bag real quick and then reuse it. You probably shouldn't reuse it because it's probably germs and stuff, but that's not advice. That's just me using
Right.
my practice. I'm
Do
getting
do
bad
as
at
we
this. My
say,
fault.
not as we do.
Yeah, because we all just sometimes people take shortcut, and sometimes I do.
Right. Hey,
Shay said
cuz,
her
broke
yarrow is
farmer.
dying. What up, bro?
Oh, I've
Shay
left.
said her
What do
yarrow is
you
dying.
mean left too
Oh, that's not
long?
good.
Um, uh, broke
Hmm?
farmer left too long is when you're germinating seeds in water and you leave it in there too long, it gets mushy and it will not germinate. If you leave it in there past, I'll say 2 or 3 days, it'll start turning mushy. And yeah, that's what we mean. Leave it in there
Like
too
those
long.
with okra. Okra with okra seed, I always soak my seeds, and I
Right.
never do it for whatever it says. It's always 2 days that I leave
Yeah.
because I'm like, I want to see you do something first, shout, and I ain't gonna move you
And
till you
then you
show me
gotta
something.
do something else. Hey,
Yeah, and
Mr.
you
Bennett.
forget.
Hey, Bennett.
5 days go
Yeah,
by, Mr. Bam and
yeah.
Ada.
Yeah,
So
Um,
I've had the paper towel method where I've let go too long, it's dried out. I've had it paper towel method where it was too moist and it got moldy.
yep,
That's why
all of
you
the
always got to keep.
above.
You got to you gotta have three or four of them just in case.
Right.
yeah, it's a lot of
Please
accidents
hit
that
that
happen in
like
this.
button. Thank you kindly.
Oh,
Shit,
that
why
is
are
one tip.
Yarrow dying? Go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say real quick tip that everybody can use because now everybody's into hydroponics. The top of your light bar is deliciously warm and the perfect temperature for starting seeds.
Oh
So if you
yeah.
want to do the paper towel method, put it in the plastic baggie with the paper towel and the moisture. Put that on top of your light bar, and that heat will help germinate quicker.
Yep.
Just a little
Yeah.
tip.
You was talking about yarrow in the hydroponics, GTJ?
Shay said hers was dying. I think Shay is a girl, but she said hers was dying. I was asking her why is it dying. Um,
Is it in the
we
hydroponic
also
unit?
Oh, I don't know. She ain't tell me nothing yet. I don't know. I ain't down in the chat yet. But
Oh,
wheat and barley and strawberries, they have, don't quote me on it, but they have something similar to a perfect flower. I didn't do the research on wheat and barley, but I'm pretty sure strawberry is. You just have the wind. You have to. Y'all got to double check that. Ada Bar Brownlee.
Soul Diva. Hello, I didn't see you. Official
Ada,
Jamia.
Ada, Ada,
And
Ada.
some plants just don't like to have. They'll start out fine with wet feet, but some of them eventually will rebel against it. I've found
Right.
that where like after a month or so, that plant is just no matter how well you treat it, that plant starts off beautifully, and then it just doesn't like having those wet feet, and it'll go to the upper room.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And a
Yup.
lot of plants, like the mint family, they will take off and yeah, overpower everybody in there, just like in the soil.
Right.
So you have to be careful when you're putting herbs inside of your hydroponics because if they will do the same thing in your hydroponics that they do in the soil, even better.
Right.
They'll be.
Oh yeah,
That's,
I've cloned mint. I've literally
whew.
taken just a little piece of a mint, stuck it in the water, and next thing you know, it's a whole brand new giant monster plant
Growing all inside the water
in
reservoir
the water.
too.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
underneath. I've had leaves
Yeah.
under the deck where there's no light, and it's
Yeah.
like,
All the
what
little
is this
suckers
mess?
that come out,
Right. Like, what is this mess?
and you
Yeah.
would have
They
think I
don't be
have learned
playing.
my lesson by now, but I keep on putting it in there anyway.
I guess sometimes we all do stuff like that. Like, yes, it'll be okay.
So the question about the yarrow is it by itself? Is it growing? Because some plants. That's another thing that you have to pay attention to. Is it's kind of fine. You're sort of okay to start different plants together until they get to the seedling stage. Some plants will have chemicals in them that will actively hurt other plants.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why it's important when you're companion planting. You got to be careful. So
right.
like strawberry and borage won't fight with each other. They actually help. They enhance each other when they grow together. But if you have like say an onion, I can't remember what it is, an onion and some other one, that if you have them growing in the same water, they'll release chemicals that fight each other. They try to kill each other out because they want to be dominant.
Right. I know it's onion for sure.
So
I can't think of the
Serena,
other one either. Oh,
oh,
sunflowers. They produce a
Yeah,
chemical
sunflower.
in their
right,
roots that
right,
will
right.
stunt
Yeah,
plant
they
Yeah.
actually
growth.
make chemicals that fight with each other because they want to be the dominant plant in that area. As far
Mm-hmm.
as
Yep.
squash seeds go, I typically don't move squash myself. I direct sow. Um, you. Eh, it depends on the temperature of your soil. It's a hard question to answer because
I didn't even
you
see the
have
question.
she wanted to know when she should put her squash out, and I've
How
kind of
big is it
answered it
now?
before. Well, she wants to know whether she should start
Yeah.
inside, outside. She's asking all basically a guide on how to do the squash.
Oh,
Who
yeah. That's
that?
kind
My
of
answer is my answer is
vague.
basically I can't tell you because it's too many variables as far as like your soil.
Yeah.
If you're gonna start inside, what you're growing it in, it's a lot.
Right.
Yeah, some of that depends on your last frost date. Some of that depends on, your first 50 day, 50-degree weather day. If you have a greenhouse, there's a lot of variables, like Mike said. So um, that just
Right.
takes a little bit of research. Like on the back of
Miss
the
J.K.
pack, some of them say,
Yeah, I was gonna say you
hmm?
can answer that one, G Mama, but JK.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I was just there. It came out loud. I'm sure it did.
Yes, on the back of the
Miss J.K.
packs.
Gardner says, oh, sorry, you went through?
No, go ahead. I have forgot, but you go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was reading her question. I guess it came out loud, but she wanted to see if she could grow one of her discarded ones in a basket with the leca balls. Would it be possible? Oh wait, I missed the top half of the question. Thinned out her arugula plant. Yes, ma'am, because that's a form of lettuce, so it would not have a problem with transferring, and plus you're taking it out of the hydroponic unit and putting it into leca. So you don't have to remove that sponge. You can just put the leca balls around the sponge and keep it growing.
Let me see if I can do a
Yep.
show and tell type thing here. Hold on. I
Okay.
don't know. I might use my.
Right?
Uh,
Thank you all for being here tonight. Please remember to tap that like button. It helps support the channel.
there we go. All right. So
Ooh.
this right here is a Aero Garden sprout unit, and I've got micro Tina tomatoes. You see
Can
how
you make a
small they
meal,
are.
PT?
Uh,
I tap my pictures.
Probably.
You said it's a what,
You
Mike?
can you can do it. Oh, nope. Got tap my. There we go.
I
Oh,
There
did
we
there
it.
we
go.
go.
All right.
PT. Let's grow.
It's backwards. Hold on. So how do I reverse that?
Micro
It's a
something.
micro Tina, but the picture's backwards. How do I make it not backwards?
You can't.
No,
It's dumb.
it's
I
not
mean,
Oh,
backwards.
it's
It's
not
not
backwards
backwards.
to us, but it's backwards when we view it. I know, man.
oh,
It's
Right.
okay,
it's
okay,
it's
okay.
dumb,
All right. So this
but
is a micro Tina, and I planted two per. I planted two. So now I don't know how to work my fingers because it's backwards to me. Anyway, I'll just not look at the camera while I'm doing it. That'll make it easier. Um, I planted two seeds per thing, so I got extra. This is a ink spot, and this is like that,
Oh
and then this is a tiny,
wow.
tiny tiger, which is not so tiny. There was actually I had six plants in each unit. So what I did was I could have just cut them with the scissors, but what I did was I pulled the extras out, and there
Right.
was hardly any root in them. So what I did is I put them in the cracky, and so these,
Okay,
well,
Mike.
this is a so there's a spare one. That one that was like just barely in it. So yeah, you can definitely if you're thinning and you're like me and you hate thinning and you don't want to lose the plant because you feel it's a waste, do something like this. So you can put it in the lake of pebbles, or you can just like I said, I stuck it. I cut a sponge in half, stuck that in there. You see that way, and it's growing. I've got these are all see it's right there. It says micro extra dwarf micro tomatoes. Look at these happy
Mhm.
healthy babies, and these are
Looking
all
good. Looking
growing
good.
in the cracking method. There's no electric, no pumps except for the light. There's a light underneath here. It's just a regular old off the shelf wire rack with a grow light. You can use a shop light, and these are all my extras. And I could keep these going until spring if I wanted to, and put them outside. And
Mhm.
these are only like not even a month old.
Oh
You can see
wow.
how beautiful they are.
Hmm.
That's why I like
Mhm.
cracking. So I know GTG doesn't like cracking method, but this is why I love the cracking method.
Right. I use it
And you can
too.
use and you can
I
use
grow a
any
Proofs
lot
in
of
the
jar.
pudding.
and
Yep.
I've
crack.
got a short on. I got a short on this one that's going to be coming out. This is just a uh what do you call it? Daisy sour cream thing. You can have that daisy candy,
Right.
of course. And I just started seeding there.
Food
I just did
grade
this yesterday, and so
container.
short will be out in like a week. It's just anything that's food grade safe and holds water. I grow in.
Yeah, I grew lovage
So
in a doggone ice cream container.
yeah, and well,
Just
and then you can
Outside.
see, and real quick,
mhm.
as you can see, like this is a block pepper. I just started this like a couple
Okay.
days ago. Oops, get over
That's
there.
the
That's a
one that
block pepper.
Stacy was recommending. Yeah.
Right.
Aw,
Yeah. So I got the seeds
Veggie
and I'm already
farming.
growing it. Yeah, veggie.
what
Yep.
pepper is that?
It's a block pepper. BLOT.
Oh, oh, is that
Yeah,
So
mean
she
you know,
recommended.
tiny or do that mean dark?
I
Uh,
forget.
yeah.
I just know that she said it was great. So I got to have anytime you
Yeah,
anytime you always
it's
recommend
just,
seeds, I gotta run out and get some. But like here, because okay, here's an example. I love coffee, right? I love cold brew. And so instead of throwing this container out, I use it to grow in. I like my coffee creamer doing the same
Right,
thing.
right,
It's food grade safe, growing in it. This didn't cost me nothing. Sponges are cheap. I'm using plastic shot glass for,
right.
like I said, I'll put that over there, put the seed
Oh,
over there, and I walk away. And when I see a seed touching the top, take it off, good to go.
yeah.
All right. So you guys
humidity
get
is
a,
less. Go ahead. Sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say, you all get a sneak peek of some of my videos that are coming out. I got thousands of videos I need to put out, but I'm been lazy. So that's y'all get a treat tonight of seeing. And so look. Let's
Those
see.
are
Let me get my
looking
camera.
good.
Look at the size of this plant. Look how small this
Hmm.
is. Like an
Tasty
orange
style.
plant. It's got flowers all over it. Just give it a little jiggle, 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 jiggle. Treat it like
Mhm.
Bart Simpson, like Homer does Bart. Give a little,
Yeah.
why you? And there you go. Self pollinating, and I'll have like little tomatoes all over the place. This one just started putting buds on. I gotta lift the light up to a certain touch. But
Hmm.
yeah. All right. Turn my camera off.
Hey, Miss
Uh,
J.J. Gardner. Miss Patty's Kitchen. Hello.
okay, so I gotta try to fix this, y'all. I done did it, and I don't know what I'm doing.
I think you double tapped my picture again.
We'll be back after this commercial break.
Yeah, hold on a second, y'all. Up here trying to be the man.
Fancy.
Oh no.
You're almost back. You're almost back. We can see each other.
Y'all, sorry for the technical difficulties. I am learning on the job.
Right? Let me look at the chat while I'm here.
I did
Don't
it.
forget to type GT Jr. in the chat to drop your link so people can check you out.
Yep, Happy Max said they like that Tom Thumb lettuce. Yep, it's real short, slow
What
growing
are
what I
leather
eat.
balls? Mike,
Ooh, tell
or
them.
Lord, I almost called him somebody else. But Broke Farmer said, "What are leca balls?" Leca balls are small clay pebbles that are formed from volcanic. There you go. There's one. GT Junior got it. Volcanic rock, and those are just as good as soil, and it's a mineral-based substrate used to grow plants in. So that's what leca is. It just promotes healthy roots and the same thing as soil does. It's just does not have fertilizer. So you would have to provide fertilizer for your plants.
Now the thing about the leca comes in, and that leca is always going to be dirty. From what I have had, I've only seen dirty leca. So I went to a Salvation Army store, a thrift store, and I bought one of these right here. This does not leave out of my garage. My
Right.
wife seen it like a couple of years ago. She was questioning me, and I'm like, I'm the cook in the house. I would never do that. I know how to
Exactly.
cook, so I would never. This stays in the garage. Just
Right.
there's certain things that stay in the garage, and there's certain things that if I borrow something from the kitchen, it doesn't go back in there. I
Mm.
have
GT, you got
beakers and
Mike
meters and
muted.
stuff. Say what?
You got Mike muted.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
That's all right.
Can you hear me? My fault. My fault. I'm
I
glad y'all able to.
just so
Thank
happened to
you.
look over at the chat. I said, wait a minute. What
Oh,
is
oh man,
this?
my
That
fault.
said Mike muted. I said, what?
Oh man.
Do
That's
they
what
replace Coco Coir in the basket? Coco Coir and Leca balls are the same hydroponic substrate. It's just a different texture, if you will. So yes, you can use
Um.
both of them.
so. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Okay, just making sure I wasn't seeing the little thing moving. There, now it is. Um, the most okay, like if you get sponges, it depends on where you get your sponges from. Uh, I know uh, Aero Garden, they use peat moss. They have a little machine that compresses peat moss. Uh, some use cocoa core, some use like almost like a sponge material. Some are not organic. Um,
Right.
but yeah. So the baskets you replace every time you grow something in that sponge, you want to use a new sponge for the next go around. But the clay pebbles, the lake of pebbles, you can reuse over and over again. You could technically reuse cocoa core and vermiculite and all that. I don't because I don't want to transfer any potential disease or whatever. But I do use it. I do take it outside when I'm done with it, and I put it in the bottom of a grow bag, and then I put my new soil on top of
Right.
that,
You
so
know
it
you can
doesn't go to waste.
sterilize stuff, right?
Well, I'm sorry, the clay pebbles, yes, you can reuse those. I just won't. I just don't bother with the perlite or the
Yeah, all you
vermiculite.
gotta do is boil your water. You don't even have to with cocoa. As a matter of fact, let me say this. With those cocoa bricks, if you are finding that your plants are dampening off and not germinating or not growing, it's because there's too much salt inside of the cocoa bricks. Those bricks are meant to be rinsed and rinsed well because there is salt involved with the packaging to make them smaller. So if you get a package of cocoa bricks and you just hydrate it because you're in a hurry to sow your seeds and you put your seeds in there
Mm.
and they start dampening off, it's because there's too much salt in there and it has to be rinsed at least 2 or 3 times until that cocoa becomes clear. So there's a
Okay,
lot
see
of
now.
straining that you shouldn't do. So you're going to need a strainer that's small enough that won't suck your. You don't see people doing it because they don't know that there is salt. But if you read
Yeah,
some of
that's a
the
good tip.
packages of the cocoa coir, you will see that it has been rinsed or it has not been rinsed, and it'll tell you up to 3 times rinsed.
Well,
Oh,
coconuts are grown in a salty area, so that's and then like G-Mom says that they're using the salt water to dehydrate the core. So yeah,
Right.
I didn't think to tell people that is a good tip.
Yes, if you're using those cocoa bricks, they need to be more than just hydrated. They also need to be rinsed. But it is considered a hydroponic substrate, cocoa coir.
James Hudson.
I don't even know what
That
my
brings up
bricks at.
that does bring up another good point about peat moss. Peat moss is an organic material they basically have big bogs where they'll take shovels and they cut big chunks of that peat moss out and they just package it and send it directly to you. Well, guess what's in that peat moss? Every organic thing that's been growing in that area. So I have actually found that when I have sponges that are made out of the compressed peat moss, I've grown fungus gnats from that. So you do want to be careful. So I always use hot water on my if I use peat moss or if I'm using cocoa core, I do rinse them with like boiling hot water because I'm using them as an inert material. If you're using peat moss in your garden outside, don't do that because you're killing it. You're getting rid of the benefits of using peat moss
Peat moss
outside.
is more acidic than cocoa coir. Cocoa coir is pH neutral, which means it's gonna when you test your pH, it's gonna be at 7.
And mine doesn't say that it's been washed, but I use hot
So
water
it's
with mines, and
so it's
I don't
salty.
know. Yeah,
Well,
it's been
I ain't
working.
gonna
So
say that. I ain't gonna say that. It could be good. I'm just from using cocoa
it been
coir for
working.
so long. Yeah, as long as I've been using it, I've noticed that it needs to be rinsed.
Yeah, I haven't done that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good tip. Well, like I said, I always wash it with hot water, but I don't like rinse it as well as I probably should be doing.
Right. And with the sterilization, you can also sterilize your clay pebbles.
Right.
I sterilize mine all the time. Like TT Junior said, I have a separate pot that I boil them in, and I boil them for about 20, 25 minutes, and they're good to
Wow.
go. Good to grow the next one. It don't have to be that long, but I'm just saying that's how long I do it. Just
I do about
because.
2 minutes. I after I done finished the grow, I'm serious. I'm telling the truth. I
I hear you.
I finish a
Bro, you
grow
can
or whatever. I put it in that little strainer or whatever. I got the hot
right.
water over there boiling, and I
Yep.
just rinse them off just like that. And yeah, and I just keep the
So
process going until yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I do mine.
Long as
Yeah.
it
so
ain't
Broke
no
has
build up, and you can
right.
tell when
Broke
it's
has a
built
question.
up on there because when you feel them, they'll feel like a little slimy texture.
Yeah.
So Broke, you can place the seeds directly onto the clay pebbles so that they're just like touching the water a little bit, because you want that seed to get that moisture, and it'll germinate and then start growing down as if it was in soil. So you can put
Yeah,
the
And
seeds,
see,
and it's
or
different.
right, or you could use something like like I like to, just to ensure that the moisture is getting up to them. I like to use and a lot of people don't like to use it as rock wool, because rock wool holds the seed for me, and I can kind of cover. I can pinch the rock wool over the seed, especially seeds that like to germinate in darkness. I'll put the rock wool in the clay lake of pebbles, and then put the seed into the rock wool, and then pinch it over the top of there so the seed's covered, and then I grow it that way. But I've seen people just scatter seeds directly, and I'm not sure G Mama can talk about that. I think that's what G Mama does.
Yeah,
I
what I was gonna
rarely.
say about that, the starting your seeds on clay pebbles or leca or hydroton, whatever you want to call it. When you start your seeds on that, that process is a little more tedious than doing it on the soil because the clay pebbles are meant to wick away the water from the seed or the root area because it's trying to promote uh, the health of whatever is growing in that medium. So, what I mean by the clay pebbles being a little more tedious to germinate seeds is when you put your seeds on the clay pebbles, just like the soil, you have to keep them moist. The
Right.
difference with the clay pebbles is you have to keep the seedling moist until the roots are actually connected to the clay pebbles. If you stop before the seedling's roots are stretched out around the clay pebbles, that seedling is going to damp off and it's not going to survive. So you just have to be a little extra cautious with your moisture because it's going to involve a little longer process than you're used to, probably.
Okay. We have another question about what you can germinate in. You can germinate in almost anything. Seeds want to grow. Plants want to live.
Yes.
You can use a cotton ball. You could use an old piece of T-shirt. You can use paper towel. You can
Mm-hmm.
you put the seeds directly as long as that seed has contact with moisture. That's why a seed will grow in a sidewalk crack because seeds don't need anything to germinate.
That part.
Once of course once it does, you have to provide it some nutrients. But until that point, that seed, as long as it gets that moisture, it'll germinate anywhere, any place. So yeah, you can try cotton balls. You can try. I've seen people use loofah, which is pretty
That's
brilliant.
what I was just thinking about. That's
Yeah,
sustainable right there. You
right.
don't have
That's
to
just
purchase anything but the loofah seed and then
exactly.
do your research with it and loofah. Oh
Right.
man, you said it.
My
That's what's up.
newfound favorite is germinating it straight in the water. I don't know if anybody's seen me doing that yet, but yeah, just germinate them in the water and put them in the medium that I want them to grow in.
Yeah, you can
I've done
do.
that before, but my now I have switched over to cotton balls. So I'm using cotton balls more than I'm using the well, I'm using the sponges right now because I have a lot of them. But
Hmm.
on my other systems, I'm using cotton
There
balls.
you go.
So what I'm
Favorite
doing
was the
is,
soil.
huh?
I just
Say
said my
what?
favorite is the soil blocking to start seeds.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never
So
tried that.
yeah, soil blocking works.
What? Wow.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
my
actually use
favorite.
soil
When I
blocking.
first started germinating seeds, that's how I was doing
Right.
soil blocking.
Yeah,
Are you
and you can just because
serious?
it's loose, you can just shake it off and then put it in your hydroponics.
Yep.
I
Yep.
didn't know
And
y'all
it's
was soul
easier to
blocking.
get the yeah, and it's easier to get the soil off. But now, how about now? They
Right.
got soil blockers that's as cheap as like $10. I'm like, what? Yeah, I paid almost $100 for my set. It's
Oh
stainless
Lord.
steel. Yeah,
And
this
then
was back in the
and then
day too. So yeah.
3 years ago, a guy asked me. He had one of those machines, the 3D printers or whatever. And he said, "What do you want me to print?" And I said, I don't know, man." So he made me some attachments to go onto my grow tent. And then he said, "Do you want a soil blocker?" I was like, "No, I didn't think that it was useful,
Oh,
especially when
Robert.
because of
Yes.
these. I love these that you just rinse them
You
out and
don't
they
need none
good.
of that. When you got a soil
But I have
blocker,
a
the soil is
reservoir.
the pot. You don't got none of that. None of that. The only thing you need is something underneath there for that water. Because the soil is
Yeah,
the pot. That's why it's called a soil block.
yeah. I just I was like, no. I didn't know no I thought it was just I didn't see the use in it. I didn't.
Oh
But I
wow.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
educated.
what's up.
Did we miss
So
anything,
I
y'all?
no,
Hey,
I
you,
think
bro,
I've been
bro.
pretty much paying attention
Hey,
to the.
Ro.
I've been watching the chat. I do want to say
Yeah,
real
Triple
quick
G.
that I don't want to confuse people as far as like when we talk about medium, the grow medium of
Hey,
hydroponics is different than outside because the grow medium inside we want it to be inert, which means
hey, Miss Joyce.
dead. So you could use
Peach Nut.
any inert medium to start your planting hydroponically. As long because all the medium is doing is giving the roots some place to grow so it holds the planting. So you could literally use, and I said people don't believe me, you could use Legos, you could use marbles, as long as it's an inert medium that's not that will allow the roots to grow down into that hydroponic solution and hold that plant up. That's all we care about. Outside, of course, you want to have that soil that's holding the plant up, but the outside has that nutrition in it, and that's what's feeding the plant. In hydroponics, the water is what's holding the nutrition that's feeding the plants, and you need something to hold the plant up. Now, if you're like a NASA scientist, they will literally suspend the plant in air and miss the roots, so the roots aren't actually touching
That's
anything.
called
But
aeroponics,
right,
ain't it?
yeah, mhm.
I think.
I'm adding this to my system.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, Mister.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got to put the seal around the hydroponic unit because it was leaking. So I got to figure out how to do that.
Back when I was a
Are
mad
we gonna
scientist,
I
when I
mean,
first
well,
started, I tried that. Go ahead
um
and do
y'all
giveaway.
saying hello to people because I ain't been paying attention.
We ready to
every
give
now
a
and
little
then
something,
I can
something
see
away?
Yes.
somebody come in. Hey, Miss Shirley, OG Gardner.
Hey, Miss Shirley,
Ada Miss Shirley, yes, I am.
you got the tool. How we doing
I don't know. What we gonna pick?
it? Random numbers. How we working this?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do
Giveaway
numbers.
time.
Okay, y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I paused?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think GT froze for a second.
that was GT. Oh, he on stuff. Good grief.
Uh-oh.
Well, once again, thank you all for being here. If you have not clicked that thumbs up, please do. We are about to have a giveaway. This giveaway is not sponsored or endorsed by YouTube. It is the prize, or should I say, GT Junior will be responsible for these prizes. What are the prizes? They will be announced.
All right, I got it.
Hey, we back.
All right, you got the text too. All right,
Yep.
y'all. I'm gonna just scroll to the bottom now. Hello, you Grow. Good to
Did I
see
do
you. Uh,
it? Okay,
Dave
yeah.
School. Hello. Unique's Garden. Hello. Miss Cassandra. Broke. Growing with Hudson. What's up, girl? I didn't even know she was here. Serena. Hello. All right, y'all. So,
Hey,
oh man, hold
Barbara.
up. All right, yo. So
Hey,
the number is
Devorah.
gonna be. Hey, Devora. The number is gonna be between 1 and 100. Hey, Miss Patty. If y'all see it,
Hey,
y'all
Deborah.
know.
Okay, yeah, I'm watching.
1 to a
Y'all
hundred.
ready? Y'all can go ahead
All
and
right,
put your numbers
start.
in. Hey, D Jackson. Hey,
Hey, D
Casey.
Jackson. Soul Diva. Hello.
Woo. Y'all are close.
Put those numbers
Uh,
in there.
is this a cash app or is this a prize?
It is a prize, but if you don't want the
Whoa,
prize, and that
stop.
was
I see it. Hey, that was it.
I see
stop,
one
stop,
now.
stop,
Oh no,
Uh,
my fault, my fault. That wasn't it. That
no,
wasn't it.
but I do see it. Stop.
There it
Way to
is.
stop.
stop.
It's in there.
Hello,
Stop.
10.
My fault.
Stop, y'all. Hey,
I have unique
My fault.
as as
I
as
pulled the
the
trigger too
person doing it.
fast.
Do
there,
you guys
Dolores.
Hold on, I
do
gotta
you
scroll back up.
do you agree with that assessment? I have unique.
Yep, I'm scrolling back up because
I
I
got
pulled the trigger
yeah,
too fast.
that was the first house call.
True that, Mike. Mike said Unique was the first person he seen.
Yep,
I'm
that's
on
what
my
I see.
phone, y'all. Okay. True
All
for
right,
all
yep.
Yep,
podcasts.
Unique
So
Hello.
starting. Congratulations,
congratulations,
Unique.
unique.
You
Hey there,
didn't tell her
Unique.
what she
So,
won yet.
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do either a $5 cash app, or I can send you something in the mail. I think that the mail is gonna be more than $5. What I send you, but that's up to you. Some people aren't comfortable. I ain't giving out my address to people and stuff, but I'm just saying, either $5 cash app, or I can send you something in the mail. It's gonna be some seeds. I am one of those seed kings, and it's gonna be based. Some of it's gonna have hydroponic, like
Only,
seeds, basically.
Nice.
only a
Just
little
let me know how
dirt.
you want to do it.
Hello.
Either mail or cash app.
Received or cash?
We are
There we
Okay,
moving.
so
go.
let's
So
cash.
cash
So go
app.
ahead and put your cash
She
app in
wants her cash
the,
app.
Cash
the
app.
chat or oh, there she
Hmm.
goes.
O-
I see it.
You can't
Okay,
see it. You want me to send it to you?
I can see it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, so I'm screenshot that, and after the live, I will send it to you. Okay,
Hey,
yeah, there we go,
sis.
there we go.
Hey, sunshine.
So that's how we're gonna do it, y'all. We'll do another giveaway in about 15 minutes. Hey, there she is,
Ooh, time is
sunshine.
flying, huh? You got away from us, didn't
That was fun.
Wow, an hour.
it? Just
Whoa.
talking.
Wow. So I'm growing a lot more eggplants. I've never had an eggplant like solo dolo. So we're going to be doing that. Okra is also one of those perfect plants too. I forgot about that. I don't know how I forgot about that, but it has the male and the female, I believe, in it. I think so. Somebody look that up too. Does the okra
Bro said,
plant have the female?
bro,
Hmm?
do you say do it what now? Okra plant have
See,
what?
the male and the
Perfect flower.
female in the same flower.
Yes.
It
Self
do.
pollinate.
Yes.
Oh, and
So it's
for
self.
Manufacturing.
Serena, I just
Yes.
looked it up. Lupa also was self pollinating. I wanted to make sure I wasn't talking
But
What?
out my neck. Lupa is self pollinating.
No.
Yeah, because she was asking if she needed to have two plants, but I still would get two plants if I'm growing any type of squash because you want to make sure you've got the flowers just in case. But apparently, Lupa is self-pollinating. It produces both the male and
Wow, I
female.
did not know that.
and Broke Farmer is asking what should he not plant in hydroponics. And for
It
that, I
matters
would
how
say,
big.
yeah, it matters the size of the plant. If you're planting regular size vegetables, or if you're planting dwarf or micro dwarf. And just no to root vegetables because it's too soon for you to try to do a root vegetable in a tabletop.
Right. I think it
It's
would be a
too
monster.
it's too soon for me too, bro. I ain't doing no root vegetables. I'm
No.
scared.
And
But
roots are carrots, radishes, any of that, turnips, anything that forms a root vegetable. No, in the
Well, like,
tabletop until you get a little more experience, unless you want to experiment. Now, that is always encouraged. If you feel like you
yeah.
can grow carrots and radishes and all of these things inside your hydroponics, you are more than welcome.
Did y'all want another show and tell? I can show you something else because that's
for sure.
on the
Sure.
subject. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Making me get up my old bones.
Like, I'm jealous. I gotta sit here. I want to show and tell too.
You can. You can bring stuff over.
I
Miss
can't
Shirley,
do. My stuff is surrounded.
All right. So the
I
light
Ooh.
got
guy
it
there too
today.
with the. Okay, this is my
Okay.
another one of my cracky shelves, and you see how big these are. These are only a month old. So this
Wow.
right here is a large. Can you make me big, GT? Can
Hmm?
you make my picture big so I can?
Now you asking him to touch stuff, Mike.
I know. I know. I should. I got muted last time.
I'm gonna get it one day now. Oh nope, not that one. This one right here, layout.
So this light is in
Uh
the.
Yeah.
Fine. Oh.
Uh-oh.
oh no.
You'll be
Uh
back after
Lights
this
off.
commercial
We done
break.
left your block quiet. Is
Hey, Dave Busty.
We're almost there.
it
We got something going on down here.
what in the world? Y'all, I am trying.
I can't tell you.
Do it again. Do it again.
Another one. We almost there.
See, that was my bad.
Doves, welcome in.
Okay, so where are we at? I can't even see it.
You're on the solo box right now.
Juicing with
Okay.
Terry, welcome in.
Okay. Do it again. Oh,
No?
one
Oh my
more.
goodness.
Almost. One more. There we go.
Oops.
There we go. This is good for now. We'll just do it this way for just a
Only a
second.
little dirt. Welcome in.
So
New to the
this is
chat. How you doing?
this is another secret thing that I've been growing that I wasn't going to tell people about. That I'm showing you all. This is a large bored tomato. This is a month old. This is already a foot tall. So when you talk about starting things like that, this would never be able to make it go outside because this thing would be a full grown producing tomatoes plant by the time I went to put it outside. What I'm doing is I'm putting this in the place of my fig tree. This is going where my fig tree was. So I'm going to grow full size tomatoes in my house over winter. But because Broke was talking about, the size of the plants and when you should start them, I was just using this as a warning that if you start something like this now to go outside, if you're not putting this outside, this is, like I said, this is just a month old. It'd be way too big to it'll probably die from transplant shock if you try to put that outside in 3 months. So that's why the timing's tricky. And I want to show this too.
Right.
This right here, I'm happy about. This is my. I'll knock things over. This is my sweet basil. It is a
Miss
beautiful plant.
Georgia Peach now say she done grew radishes in her hydroponics and they did great. All right, Miss Georgia Peach
Oh
done.
yeah,
And now she
yeah, you
growing
can do that.
turnips and meats. Woohoo! Let's grow. That's what I'm talking
You see, here's
about.
another the large bored tomatoes. How big that plant is, and this is just a empty. There we go. These are just empty cold brew coffee containers that just have hydroponic solution in it, and it's growing underneath two shop lights.
Mhm.
And that's what you can grow. You can start
And
seeds. So people, you don't have to grow a full size plant. This is what, if all you were doing was starting seeds this way. Look how happy you'd be to put these outside. You
Miss
couldn't
Georgia
buy and
Peach
start this
says,
beautiful at a
how
store.
often do you have to change the water?
It depends on how fast it drinks. Like the basil drinks pretty quick. I just refilled the water up, and the water was down to about here. And what I'll do is I'll put the water up to here, and I keep an imaginary line in my head that I don't cross because you plants will have air roots. Let's see if I can show the roots on this thing. Grab one of these.
Hey, Ashley.
Here's the roots.
Ooh.
They're
Yeah,
growing
when you have an extensive root system, you have to change the water more often. And you really don't have to change the water. It's just basically topping it up
Yeah,
and
that smells
keeping
good.
it at a certain level.
Now basil has nodes, and so I could cut here, I could cut here, and everything underneath it will still continue to grow. And so I can keep the
Yeah.
plant contained and growing that way
Go down
inside
to
all
that
winter long.
last node for me, Mike, and put your finger where you would pinch it off at. I just want to show an
Well,
example.
see, this is actually growing side growth here.
Yeah.
So this is actually a
So
side
those
growth that's wrong. But I would grow. You could cut it to here, just where the two leaves are left.
Right.
Oh,
I just wanted to
yeah.
show the viewers when harvesting basil that you cut down to
Well,
the node versus leaf
right,
by
so
leaf.
here's a node.
Because I see a
Right.
lot of people still harvesting basil leaf by leaf, and that is incorrect.
No.
The correct way
So
is
like
to
I could
harvest
literally.
down to a node. That way
So I
it'll
could
keep
literally just.
growing and it'll push out rather
Right.
than growing straight up.
Yeah. So I could cut this right. Let's see. It's hard to cut it backwards from my view. Um. There we go. I could cut anything beneath this right here. It's not going to focus. But anyway, yeah. So there's your. So like this one right here, you can see all this growth up top here, and all these leaves that are underneath it. I could cut here, harvest this. I could cut down here and harvest this. Those are your nodes, and that plant will keep on growing.
Right.
Man, it smells good. Woo! That basil smells delicious.
Yes, it does. I'm sure it
Every time I
did.
touch it, I'm like smelling that. All right, so that was my show and tell. That was like so I'm just showing you how fast hydroponically a plant can. If you wanted to start your outside seeds without having soil or anything, you could do something
Lord
like I'm
Jesus.
doing, and you can do something
Now it
like I'm
does
doing
it.
here. There we go. So this is a tomato plant that I started from seed less than a month ago. It's already a foot tall, and again, it has no pumps, no nothing. I'm just starting it uh, in a hydroponic solution with a basket and a sponge and a shop light. All right.
I
So
see a
y'all, that
question.
was very affordable. That was very affordable. What
Oops.
Mike just showed. I
Yeah, it
am
didn't cost me
trying
nothing.
to put, yeah, this is something that he was already gonna buy. I can, let me see. How do I put? I'm trying to fix it, y'all. I am really am. It's just
There we go.
there we go. Okay, okay, okay.
So yeah, look, so
Now,
that was
G
no,
Mama,
no.
can you
Go ahead.
G Mama, can you say it again about the basil and how the recommended um harvesting of that?
Is by the nodes versus leaf by leaf because leaf
Right.
by leaf is doing nothing for the plant but nothing. But when you harvest it by the nodes, it encourages more leaf production and for the plant to push out more stems and leaves. Is
Nice,
that
nice.
what you mean?
Yes, because that's actually topping. And when you go into a plant and you
Yes.
just taking those leaves, if you go at a diagonal cut, I say diagonal. That way, the runoff of the water, you don't want it like this. You don't want the water to sit inside the stem. So I go at a diagonal cut, take off that top, and those leaves that are underneath that canopy that you just took off. Now those leaves are gonna, start to get big and everything else, and you'll start to see those extra side leaves come out.
See,
So yeah.
you made me
Um,
lose the question. Where it went? Did you see it, Mike?
What's that?
I seen a question and I lost it. Oh, there it
Let's
is.
see.
Miss J.K. Gardner. She says, "What about the salt buildup? Some says is why you should change the water periodically. I don't know when."
Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, you don't want the salt or the minerals. Well, if you're doing it organically, it's not really an issue. If you're using like what's that stuff that you got? I just bought myself some, Mama, the that compost tea that you buy, the compost tea powder.
Oh, the instant compost tea.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
if
with
you're
the
using that, you don't. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it depends
Uh,
on the basically the fertilizer and the salt. And right
right.
now there is a lot of salt in the fertilizers, especially if you're using A and B, and if
Hmm.
you're using the um, what was the other one I had recommended? Is it Maxi Growth?
Yeah, it has some salt. It's not
it's
as
Yeah,
bad as
that.
salty. It's
it,
Yes.
yeah.
And if you do
boom.
not change your water, then you'll get this thing called like an efflorescence or a white salt buildup, and you'll see it actually building up on your sponge or whatever you're using. There is no cure for that. It just has to be cleaned and started all over. And how you prevent that is by regularly cleaning your unit in between your grows.
Right.
So if you're growing lettuce and it's a 30 or 45-day harvest, after those 45 days, it's recommended that you clean your unit. If you're growing something and it's in there 60 or 90 days, you should clean your unit after that has finished. And do not, I repeat, do not clean the plants out and put more plants into the water, because that's a totally different nutrient solution
Right.
from when you put it in the first time. You don't know what those plants absorbed. You don't know what went into that water from the plants that were in there. And that will cause a difficulty with your future plants. It has to be, you
Exactly.
have to clean that out. There is no saving of the hydroponic water and using it for the next growth. It's just not
But you
gonna
can toss it outside, like on your, like say your
happen.
flowers.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put it on my food, but go ahead and put it on your flowers.
right,
So yeah,
right.
don't
And
just
there's
dump
a
that
different
hydroponic
salt
food.
level.
Just don't dump it down the toilet. Go ahead and use
Right. What I'm
that
saying
old
is
water, but use it on the
the
plants outside. Right.
right. The salt is like GT Junior says, it's in a bunch of different fertilizers, and I've been growing through different phases of fertilizers, and this is how I'm discovering the less salty fertilizers. So I'm
Right.
going more natural, if you will. I'm not gonna say that O word because I don't think anybody
Right.
can be that
Well, yeah. Well, it's
growing
in a
in hot.
plastic bottle or a plastic
Those are
bag, so
totally
it can't be
different
organic.
chemicals.
Right.
Right.
So there's two questions I see here. G Hut was asking me about, do I have squirrels in my hydroponic setup? I have little squirrel statues and things everywhere. Someone was asking about Master Blend. Master Blend is all chemical. Master Blend is like the king of chemicals. It's like 30, 30,
Yes.
30, or whatever, 100, 100, 100, which
Right.
is way not organic. It does work,
Salty,
even
salty,
growing it,
salty.
but it does take
Yes.
an expert. That's why I don't use Master Blend or recommend Master Blend, because you have to be a scientist to know how to work that stuff.
Yes.
So
Measurements are
I met all
everything,
the,
especially
yeah, I just
hydroponics.
I run the other way. If you're good about using it,
You can
that's awesome.
unalive your plants in hydroponics in a very short period. Hydroponics is unforgiving. Let me say that as soil, because you can minutes and hours your plants will start to show you something is wrong if something is wrong with that water versus the
You have to learn
soil
how to
where
flush.
grows.
You have to learn how to flush your plant. You also, I don't always clean my systems all the time, and it's because my system usually uses everything that it has. I try to gauge it from that. Um, but after I've done a grow, I do a little something. Grab a
Right.
little alcohol, a little of the Castile soap. I have my own sponge that is strictly for gardening, and I go in and I
Right.
clean that mug real quick. You know what I'm saying? Rinse it out real good, and I turn it upside down. And a day or two, I'll use it again or whatever. But cleanliness is gonna
And it's
help you.
good to let the water go down too. Don't just keep filling it up and filling it up. Let it go down to at least 3 or lower. Don't once you see it go
Yes,
Right.
down a little bit, don't fill it right back up immediately because plant the roots need time to breathe. Believe it or not,
Right.
roots need air. So yeah, roots need time to breathe. So if you can let it go all the way down to possibly 1 liter, it's gonna look like a lot and it's gonna look like they is about to the plants is okay. They're gonna still be standing up. The water level is going to be low, and you're going to be panicking. But it's nothing to be panicked about because they're perfectly
Right.
fine until the next time that you decide to top it up.
Yeah.
and
Which
do
again is the
not fill
same
it
thing.
past the max. Do not
Right.
fill it past the max,
That
okay?
part.
Because you're gonna suck. You're gonna drown them, okay? Do not do that. And if you bought this, see, I'm gonna continue to use this, y'all. I'm still gonna use it. My plants have not had too much salt intake to where my
Right.
plants are affected. It hasn't happened.
Right.
Um,
But,
I
no, there are worse
don't know
I
why.
fertilizers.
was religiously, I
There are
was
And
worse,
using that fertilizer for a long time, and then I just
but
started
that
doing
one's
my
not even that
research.
bad. What's the NPKs on that? What's the NPKs on
10,
Max and Grow?
10, 5, 14. And then I just bought
Okay,
some
10 is a little high,
some
but not terrible.
organic. I'm gonna use it.
Yes,
I
I
tend
got
to I
exactly.
money
Because
in
I
this.
still use
This
right.
until I
works.
use it
This
up.
works. I'm
It
gonna use
don't.
it. It
I
It
tend to
works.
use
does. The
fertilizers
only
that are
reason
like
I stopped is because of the heat. If you let any type of
right,
moisture, because I have mine in a tote in the back, and when the heat came, it messed up my whole bag. It just disintegrated, so I
right.
couldn't use it, and I had to get something new.
I definitely stick to things that are way under 10. So I typically get fertilizers that are like 633, 522.
Oh,
You know,
and
I try to stay that
sorry,
way.
if your
There's
fertilizer
a
is
question.
destroyed using that, you should get rid of it because it changes
Right.
the whole setup of the fertilizer. It's not even you cannot measure that once it's destroyed like that.
Right. Yeah, I had an old bottle of AeroGarden food that destroyed. It was just it was almost all the salts floated to the top, and so I used it not thinking, and I basically grabbed all the salts that were in it and put it into my plant, and that thing killed my plant. That was bad.
Yikes. Look, I have a
Um,
tip for people that are using the different bottle fertilizer, the liquid fertilizer. Some of those bottles will say organic on the bottle. And when you see that on the top of the lid, there should be a hole. As in the top of the lid, there should be a pinhole for you to poke a pin in the top. I don't even have any. Okay, here's something.
Excuse
My
me.
straw. Okay. When you buy your bottled fertilizer, it's going to come just like this. But if you look in the top of your allegedly organic fertilizer, there's going to be a little bitty hole that you can barely see for you to put a pin in the top. That is because your organic fertilizer is alive and it needs to breathe. So you need to poke a pin through that hole once you open and release the seal
Okay.
on that
I was wondering why that whole.
top.
I was wondering why that was there. See,
Yes,
I
that's
learned something.
exactly why that hole is there. And if
Wow.
it is
Okay.
not
Okay.
there, you are killing your microbes inside of that bottle.
Gotcha.
So if you have those liquid fertilizers and they say organic, look on the lid. There should be a pinhole.
Okay.
Poke it
So
through if you
Nisha,
have already broken the seal and using that fertilizer.
right. So Nisha has a question. She was asking about moving a 2 foot tall plant. It's a pretty big plant. Uh, how should they move it to like an 8 gallon bucket, 5 gallon bucket? Yeah, I'd say that at that point, the bigger the better.
Right. It's a two foot plant. It's gonna do a lot of struggling
It's
because
gonna drink water like crazy.
yeah.
I mean, as soon as if you're gonna keep it in hydroponics, I would even get like uh, a tote,
What
like
kind of
a
plant is it?
17. It's a tomato plant. They say it's a micro tomato plant, which it's not a micro plant if it's 2 feet.
What?
It's a
Yeah,
dwarf plant.
no, it could be a
They
dwarf. Now, a
it's
regular
a dwarf
dwarf
plant.
can be 3 feet, but not a micro. A
Right.
micro might get a foot, maybe, but not 2 feet. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. I
Hey
could be wrong.
there, juicing with Jay.
Hey, Simply Bell Living.
Y'all got me anxious to do some basil now, so I gotta drop some basil.
Oh man, that basil smells. My hand, I keep smelling my hands. I'm probably sounding muffled because I
Right.
keep going. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
Serena, let's
drop
not
some.
talk about other. Serena, let's not talk about other lives while we're in the live, please. Thank you. I got rid of that.
Thank you, thank you.
We're
Okay,
here
what is
for
a signal
these
that it's
people.
time to pot up? Growing with Hudson says, what is a signal that it's time to pot up? As soon as you see leaves.
Wh- What do you mean? What do you
That's
mean,
just me.
Hudson?
Pot up out of the hydroponics. That's any given time. You can pot up out of hydroponics at any given time. As soon as you see that leaf sprout out of that cup, you can transplant that plant. It's just like when they pop out of the soil and you want to transplant it into another pot. Just pop it out of the soil and into the pot. That's the same way it works. The bigger the plant, the bigger the shock. That's all I was
Hey,
saying.
Jay. Hey, Bill. Anybody else on this?
Okay, sorry, y'all. Let's see who else came in here.
Yeah, with like some stuff like Master Blend, I would definitely any synthetic. I would use less than what they recommend because your plants don't need that much nitrogen.
Right.
You're just gonna get a lot of green, especially. I mean, if you're growing lettuce, that's fine. Like if you want to grow fast lettuce that you're gonna eat like within 20 days, go crazy. But if you're trying to grow a fruiting plant like a tomato plant or peppers, they need nitrogen to get going. But after that, you're gonna need the other NPKs, and you can easily kill your plant if you go too strong with those.
Hey,
Appreciate
Nisha.
that advice, Dolores. Let's see, she was trying to tell me what to do. Appreciate you. Only a little. Oh snap! She was trying to tell me how to. Um.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that. It's like. Um. Yeah. Broke was trying to tell me too. I think we had somebody new. Only a little dirt. Hello. Hello. I don't think I spoke to you. Looks like this may be your first time here. I don't know.
Miss Georgia
Uh,
Peachnet,
about a
you
week.
say how long do you have to keep the soil super wet? That is a myth. A lot of people think that once you transplant from hydroponics to soil, you have to keep that soil super wet so that no, you don't want to do that. You want to transplant your plant the same way that you would transplant and have your soil moist, not sopping wet. And you don't want to keep it that way because the soil microbes are different and they will start to rot your roots. That's why you don't sop or keep the plant soaking, sopping wet when you transfer it from the hydroponics into the soil.
Now, see, I personally keep it a little bit more moist for about the first week, and then let it. And that's if I was going directly from, because sometimes I'll accidentally like mess up some of my plants, and I need to put something outside, so I'll directly take a plant out of the hydroponic solution to go to soil without doing that step of letting it dry down.
Right.
Then
You can just
I'll keep
be
that little bit moist for a while.
wet. Right.
Right.
But they keep
Right.
it like sopping wet. And they keep it
Right. No, no,
moist
you don't
as
have
you
to.
would a
Right.
regular seedling that you're transplanting, but not sopping wet.
But how like
Because you're
what
changing
GTJ
the
was talking?
feeding methods that you're
Right.
when you transfer it back into soil, you're changing the feeding methods. You was giving it hydroponic water. That was the energy, that was the food. And now
Instant.
you want it to, yes, that
100%.
was
Right.
instant. You
Right.
gave it exactly. Now it's different now. So that
A
means that the
certain
natural microbes, you want that plant to actually adapt. But
right.
I say that you need that small little window where you're gonna have it to where it's not a total shock. But yeah,
Right. But like if you have a hydroponic system, like what GTJ was saying, don't keep it refilling it up. And if you know that you're going to put your plants out to, if you're using your hydroponic system as a seed starter, and you know you're going to put those plants outside, let it drink that water up to almost dry, then put them out. Then you have no issues with having to keep that stuff moist.
Right.
the transition is gonna be so much smoother.
Exactly. No,
Right.
almost no shock if you do it that way. Yeah, that's a
Y-
yeah. I forgot to. I was gonna do a video. I should have did a video on that to tell people that I think I did last year. Where that's why I told people I was using the cracky method because I was letting that plant drink all the water up. But you can do the same thing in your system. Let your system drink that
Mhm.
water up to almost dry, and then transplant those plants out. So this takes a little bit of planning, so a little planning ahead, and it'll go a long way.
Right. Definitely
Mhm.
plan on potting up when you put your plants into a hydroponic unit. What's your next step after this plant gets so big? Are you going to be eating it while it's in there, or are you saving it for your planting out?
Right.
So,
Because I know a lot of these new gardeners that we're talking to today, a lot of them are outdoor gardeners that are just discovering hydroponics and they're using it as seed starters. And so that is a great tip that don't keep that
so
plant sopping wet its whole life. If you know you're going to put it out, like say in a month or whatever, let it start to dry down. Don't refill it. If you have to, if it does need a little bit of moisture, just give it a sip of water in the bottom of its roots, and then put it into the soil.
yeah, too much
And when
moisture will cause root rot, and that's what those. And they're going to be thinking that it's time to shut down anyway because they're going to be in the soil versus in the water where they were free. In the soil is going to be like they're going to feel like they're suffocating, so they're going to have to start a new root system.
and that's when those
Oh
air
yeah,
routes are gonna come in effect. See, it's
right,
all the science. You just gotta listen to the transportation device that your plants are actually feeding through. That's all. Once you figure that out, it'll go a little bit smoother. With all of the transitions that the weather is making here in Alaska, I'm advising my dad to start a more of an indoor garden. He has one, but he hasn't dedicated much time to it. But I'm gonna tell him that consistency is gonna win right now because He's
Right.
had a couple of failures, and some of them failures is because you know it was colder in his garage, and with air inside, the air is going to be drier. That's what I told him. I said you need to get you a um, one of these units, and that's because my dad is moving up. He done did the tabletop units, so now this is something that I use right here. This is just a humidifier, a humidity and temperature gauge thing. I bought it off Amazon. I think it was like $18 or something. So you have three remotes that you can use, and then you have a base. So if you move into grow tents and you start to see that your plants aren't, you know, thriving the way you want to, you have to remember that temperature is one of those elements that do control your why your seeds aren't germinated, why your leaves are acting the way they are acting. So all of that is different when you're going inside because there's a natural moisture that happens, on the outside more than there is inside.
Right.
So just please remember that whenever I have a humidifier, you know, so I'm going to
Yes.
be good,
A lot
especially
of people
with plants that
do
love, that moisture, they love that, tropicals and stuff. If I'm doing that, I'm
Mhm.
going to have my humidifier on because they're going
Yes.
to love that, you know. You
And
get to
not no
create the environment, okay? You're in control of it. So try to make it special for them. Go ahead, G Mom. My fault.
no, I was just saying I can't tell nobody what not to get, but I would not recommend one of those ultrasonic humidifiers that ski out the water versus a regular humidifier. I forgot what they was called, but it's not a regular humidifier. Ultrasonic maybe. If it
Hmm.
has ultra or any other thing other than humidity, you don't want that because it requires a whole different process. Even distilled water, you cannot use tap water in one of those electronic or ultrasonic humidifiers.
Mm.
And whatever you put in there is dispersing into the air. So
Right.
if you're using tap water, whatever,
Mm.
just be
Yeah, that
careful.
reminds me.
That's all.
Don't.
I can't
Yeah, I
tell
was gonna
y'all
say,
how
don't
to.
use those systems that have the. There's those systems you can buy that have the misting
Right,
units built into them. Oh, I absolutely hate those things. It's
right.
just one more point of failure.
Regular
Um,
humidifier.
yeah, get a real humidifier. Don't use those misting systems.
Right.
They're just awful. I just absolutely despise
You
them.
don't want the essential oil adaptate none of that stuff. You just want the
Mm-mm,
plain
no.
oil because it
so
Yeah,
causes
I
I
have a
gotta.
those things.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I have a question for the chat real quick. If y'all have access to the internet, can y'all look and see if this is a perfect flower? Barley? I can't remember. Y'all looked it up, and we're going to be doing
That
another
looks
giveaway in a
almost
few
like,
seconds.
is that a lettuce or what is that?
Supposed to be a barley. I don't know why it's
Is that a grain?
packaged that way. Yeah, it's a grain. I
Yeah,
don't know why.
A
I know
grain?
Baker
yeah.
Creek.
Barley?
Baker Creek does weird
Oh, I
packaging.
didn't know. Look, I didn't
I
know.
don't know
I'm
why
looking
Baker Creek does that.
I ain't never seen no lettuce look like that.
It's because they were getting fancy. They were getting fancy with the photography, with like they
Oh,
do.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. That's one thing that I wish Baker Creek would stop doing. They'll show like a teapot lettuce, and they'll show a bunch of
Miss
teapots.
Joy said she been asking questions. Hold on, I gotta go back. Anybody seen a question for Miss Joyce? Can you
No, let me
guys get some advice
missed it.
for a new gardener? What kind of advice are you looking for, Miss New Gardener?
Hydroponic advice, indoor advice,
Yeah,
outdoor
right.
advice,
I don't
zone.
know how to
Tell us a
grow
little bit
nothing.
more.
Yeah, what are you trying to grow?
She said, I don't know how to grow
Um.
nothing but my hair.
Oh well.
That's good. How your fingernails look? You growing them too? Nah, but um, what's your grow zone? Are you growing outdoors? Do you want to do it indoors? Just give us a
Right.
little bit more so we can give you a just starter pack real quick.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And
You
who
want
was
to
that that
bake,
asked that?
Miss
Miss
Joyce.
Joy is one.
That's like saying you want
Okay,
to bake.
okay.
and then you don't tell us if you got an oven or not.
What you trying
And
to
she
make?
in
Yeah, like,
California.
Yeah,
How dare
growing
she
oh
come
up,
in here
my
talking about
goodness.
she from California?
G had
You
had a
from
G had had a
California?
question
You
about
want to know what to grow?
G
What
had
do
had
you
a
want to
question about
start off?
tomatoes.
You want to start off with no maintenance at all? Do you own your land? If that's one of the things, then I would say fruit trees. Fruit trees is gonna it's gonna give you that that satisfaction in a couple of years, and it's gonna produce. So give us a little more. She said in California. What zone are you in?
No, California. It's like what you can grow anything. But for a
Anything all
new
year.
gardener, I would start out with simple things such as lettuce, something
Peppers.
small that you can handle, herbs maybe. Basil is another good one to start with because it'll stay pretty much contained where you put it. So lettuce and things that you can use that you like eating or want to try eating. I want to try vegetables, greens, tomatoes, some cabbage, and peppers. Yeah, those are all good starts.
Find
Just
out
when
your
you're
zone.
starting, when you hear us say inert materials, seeds don't need any assistance or fertilizer. This is what inert means. Nothing, no fertilizer or anything in your medium when you're starting your seeds. Because if you have fertilizer or these different products in your seed starting uh, soil, let's say, it's going to cause issues as far as early mold or algae or stunted growth in the seedling because they're not ready for that type of environment yet. So when you're starting seeds, it should always be started in inert or no fertilizer, in my opinion.
Yeah, put it in a Google search engine, your zip code, and put and say grow zone zip code, and then it'll tell you what your grow zone is.
Hey, Precious.
But in
South
in
Carolina, this is
California, California, you're
California.
pretty much unless you're in the mountains. If you're not in the mountains, oh, here's a person right here, Precious. Son, Precious, drop your link. Type in GT Junior.
Yeah.
Precious is in California. She's actually in the colder portion of California, so she's close to the mountains. But she's a great person to watch.
Hi, Miss Harriet Claire.
Yes. And she goes in details into her videos on why she's doing this and what she's experienced,
Right.
her goods and her bad. So you can learn a lot from her. But perennials, look at when once you find out what your actual zone is, look for perennials that actually grow in your zone too. Because there's certain plants that just keep on growing.
The correct word is cannabis. Miss Joy is one.
What
Yeah,
about it?
California can grow a
That's
lot of
the
that.
correct terminology.
I didn't hear it.
I just said that's the correct terminology.
Good.
Miss Harriet Claire
Yes.
has a question. She says, "Do
Oh,
you
hey,
harden
Harriet.
off and transfer?" She's growing the robust barley by starting it in her hydroponics and wants to transfer it into the soil. And do you harden off the transfer plants?
I say you harden off anything that you're taking from one environment to another environment. You have to, there's a curve that you want them to be on. So however you
Right.
want to do that by having the water low, taking them outside for a little, and it matters what kind of system do you have. Water can get really heavy. You don't want to be carrying that in and out. Ooh wee. So tell us a little bit more about it. Like what is it in one of those tabletop units?
Hey, Four Seasons Garden.
And I don't know if I would start. I would typically just direct sow grains.
Hmm.
Yeah, grains I
I
wouldn't put in the
Yeah, grains.
hydroponic
I would just direct sow. Yeah.
because those roots are extensively humongous anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So she was asking the question. Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
with that. It's just like with my moringa that I have. The moringa I'm going to put into a 5 gallon bucket. I started it small, and once it's, it's this size, so it's going over there either today or tomorrow. I'm taking it from that and I'm putting it in hydroponics, and it's a 5 gallon bucket. That's the transition that I'm going to make. So you want to try
Ain't
to
doing
time it. You want to try to time it to where it's going to suit your surroundings. As far as, okay, 6 to 8 weeks. It'll be about this tall, and then I can take it out there and already have everything going or whatever, and just insulate it a little bit more. As far as like if you have a greenhouse or something like that, because that temperature change is going to be, it's gonna, there's
Yeah, in
going to be
my
some
opinion,
stress with
that's
that.
the thing. When you're hardening
Right.
off plants, to me, it's more
Yeah,
of the different from the sun, from the grow lights that stresses
Right.
out the plant. So you should take more care in providing a more shaded area for the plants that you bring from underneath your hydroponics, because the hydroponic light spectrum is different than the real sun that's outside.
Mhm.
And soon as you take those plants outside, they're gonna start to wither. And yeah, it's a process that going from hydroponics to outdoors is different than regular growing,
one
or should
hundred
I say
percent. That
direct
sun,
growing.
that sun, and
Direct.
that wind is a beast.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, they are beasts of plants that are coming from a different environment.
right.
Yeah, you
Christine,
got
We're
mic
you
gonna
need
on.
to
do
think
a
about.
giveaway. Okay, okay.
Giveaway time.
Let's let me just say real quick. You got to think about where your plant is now and what the temperature and conditions are, and then what outside is like. So if you have your house at 78 degrees and it's under a grow light that adds an extra 10 degrees, and you put it outside in 50-degree weather, that plant is going to die.
It's
So
gonna
you
go
want to
through
make
the
sure that in
green
the
shop.
same similar conditions going from inside to outside. That's why you do a little That's why you do the back and forth to kind of get it regulated. But I don't do that. I just pretty much wait till
Right.
it's the same conditions outside. I put them outside. I don't have that issue. All right, go ahead.
Right. If you have a
And
small
then and
fan indoors, that'll help your seedlings to be stronger to resist that wind when it goes outside.
and the same thing happens indoors. If you take a plant and you get one of these super grow lights, and you put it on top of your seedling, it's gonna act crazy because it's too much for the seedling to handle. So the same
Mhm.
thing is outdoors as well. So you have to do it
100%.
slow and steady. If you just throw them in there too much, it will die probably. But we're
Right.
gonna do the giveaway. It's gonna be the same as last time, $5, or I can send you something in the mail. So I'm gonna disappear for a second, but I can still hear y'all. Um
Okay.
I
Send
gotta
you the
text these
number.
to G Mama and Mike.
Oh, okay. Thank you all for being here once again. This giveaway is not sponsored or endorsed by YouTube. It is the responsibility of GT Junior Grows It in Alaska for you to receive your gift. If you have not clicked that thumbs up yet, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly.
All right, got it.
Hello, growing my own. So we're going to start from 1 to 100.
I didn't get the
All right.
number.
I sent it to your text message.
Let's message you.
I ain't got it.
Okay. Wait a second. Don't start yet.
You better hope you ain't sent it in the chat. Look.
Oh well. Might as well stop. Got it already.
You got it, Mike?
Okay.
Somebody got
I'm
it. I'm
sorry,
in
G
You got
Mama.
it,
It was
Mike?
still in draft. It's still in draft. Of G Mama.
I saw
Sorry.
it.
It's there now, G Mama. Sorry.
Yeah, somebody got it like off the third person. Simply Bell. Simply Bell Living got it.
You could
She
go
was the
ahead.
third person and she got it.
G
And I'm
Mama.
Okay.
in and out. What is going on? Hello?
Uh-oh. We hear you.
Oh Lord. Am I back, y'all?
You're back.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I sent it
My
to you,
fault.
G
I can't
Mama.
touch the screen no more. I got
Anyway,
the number.
somebody got it
Yeah, I
already.
got it.
Yeah, my fault.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah, that was too
Oh,
fast.
sure did. Simply Bare Living.
It's the third
Let me
person.
Right at the
see.
top. Simply Bare Living. That's who
Hold
I see. Who you
on.
see, Mike?
Simply Bell. Yeah, she was the
All
third person.
right. Congratulations, Simply Bare. GT Jr.
Oh, I was.
Hello?
Do you want
Oh,
$5 or you want me to send you something in the mail?
So Bell, you
saying
want Cash
thank
App or you
you.
want some seeds? If you have Cash App, put it in the chat. Simply Bell.
She says
Oh,
mail.
okay. All right.
All
Well,
right.
contact
Good.
GT Junior.
Yes. Contact
You sure
me.
it's not on your crawl? Or is it?
There
Nope.
it is now. It's on my
I
ticker
see.
now.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, see, you're
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. It's gonna be more than
Congratulations.
$5, okay? The seeds that I'm gonna send you, okay? Don't worry about it.
Please know that
I'm
he is
going.
the seed king.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I want to thank everybody for coming out, everybody that was able to share this, everybody that's going to be on the replay, everybody that's joining this experience of learning hydroponics. This is new to some and old to others, but we're doing a collaboration to actually just bring each other together. And it has been working. We're learning new things. We're actually, sticking our toe in some, you know, um, I went and purchased some organics now, so I have some organic fertilizer. G Mama made me feel some kind of way, so I'm just keeping it a
I don't
buck.
say that O word. I say natural.
Yeah, so now I have some natural chemicals, and the 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 compost tea that I'm using is a natural derivative. I don't know if it's completely natural,
Okay, let me
but
explain. Let me explain. The reason why I say it's more natural is because it is basically fermenting. If you know anything about fermenting, it's just basically whatever it is being suspended in a vinegar solution or being fed sugars. So there is nothing salty about the process, if you will, versus using
Right.
a synthetic that is actually created with what is it, urea and all these other
Yeah.
potent salty
Which
substances.
is
So yeah, after
don't don't
I just
don't
yeah.
tell them what urea is. Don't let them know. Yeah.
la
So
la
yeah.
la 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 la. I ain't
What it
listening to
is.
y'all.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna use
I'm
my
just saying.
synthetic. I'm still gonna
Me
do it.
too. I'm using what I got. I've been using my
But I
same
did.
stuff because powder and water soluble lasts for years because you're only using it by the teaspoon or the tablespoon or the half a teaspoon or the quarter. You're not even using what the full amount that they recommend. Well, let me rephrase that. You should not use the full amount that they recommend on the packages.
Right.
You should use less and watch how your plants respond.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was telling their name is one of my head. They were asking about like the master blend and stuff. I was saying, don't use the amount they recommend because you will fry all your plants.
Right.
Yes. Did the person that was in California, did they put their grow zone in there? Did they say anything else?
They, yeah, they said
Yeah.
9 to 11.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
That's what I
So
said when I
Ooh-wee.
seen it. Wow.
Yeah, if you're 9 or 11, you can
Barbados
You
grow
got ahead in the
asparagus.
single digits.
right
Woo.
bananas. You
You
can
know
grow
what
What
kind
she
of
banana
say,
fruit
man?
trees
trees.
I would
Oh,
have?
Oh, I grow
Woo.
everything.
that part.
Yeah.
I'd be,
We're doing
I would be fat.
microgreens right
Well,
now. We
fatter.
have a
I'd
arugula.
be eating all of the stuff.
We'll slowly moving to starting before tomatoes and peppers. Okay, I'm
Say it
confused.
again.
I was reading Serena Norell's comment.
I think it was more of a statement than it was a question.
Oh,
Hello, growing my. Oh, she said good night. Growing my own. She gone though.
oh, good night. Yes, type in GT Junior in the chat. We'll share your channel.
Christine's backyard garden. Hello, hello. How are you? You got the 12 pot mufka. Can't wait to get it set up and drop some seeds. Yeah. You
Love
know
that
which
thing.
ones you're gonna actually start yet? Get you a little fan. I'm telling you, get. Ugh. They got this
Oh,
tomato. It's a yellow tomato. Um, I think that's a good one to start.
Wait, did you show
Yeah.
it? I was looking down. What you show?
Oh
which
no,
one?
I go
The
get
the
it.
go- the gourmandies or the Worcestershire?
Yeah, that.
Oh, I
The
got
profile
that one,
one?
What?
y'all. Mine is germinated. Yay! We
Nice.
all gonna have yellow tomatoes.
Oh, mine germinated last week. My second set.
What?
Where is my? Yeah,
I just dropped another one earlier. One of them just in cases.
Right.
yeah. I love it. I grew it last year. I just didn't share the
Really?
the video. You ain't like it? I love that thing.
This is my first time. I ain't even chasing it. I'm just growing it because I
Oh,
got
okay.
the seeds.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, hopefully you'll
Yeah,
like it.
that's,
This is my first
I
time. I ain't
liked it.
tasting.
We all
Yeah,
have
like
different tastes, but because I
right.
ain't
I
like the
love
orange
orange.
hat.
I
I
like
can't
orange hat.
stand orange hat.
You got to
I
try it
can't.
different stages, man. I keep
I
telling you.
will.
You try it when it's super orange, when it's like the behind you mama right there, that orange. That's the orange you're supposed to be
Mhm.
eating. That everybody, as soon as it turns yellow, people grab it, eat it. It's bitter, and they go, "That's nasty."
It was
Right,
nasty.
right.
I'm gonna try it at every
What?
stage, because I'm not gonna stop growing it. All the plants that I
That's
grow, I don't.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't
my
stop.
fault.
I no matter if when it how it tastes at that moment. I'm like, okay, maybe if it's cold when I harvest it, maybe if the sun isn't, at its ripeness or whatever. It's like one of those things like lamb. I don't like lamb, the actual meat, but I've tried it 3 or 4 times. Why? Because I'm
Mm,
like, if I grill it, maybe the taste different. Maybe if I pair it with
right.
lemon and rosemary. I keep trying
Four,
these things.
four
I
Seasons knows.
don't. Hmm?
Four Seasons is agreeing with me. Says you gotta eat at the right stage. You gotta get to really orange, not just looking orange, 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 orange.
It was
Oh, you
orange,
talking
orange,
about the
orange.
orange hat? I didn't
Yeah.
know.
That mug, the
Yeah, orange
skin
hat.
was all rough and everything. I'm like, what wrong with you, Charlotte? So, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again, but um,
Well, try different stages because
Yeah, that's
I
what I
will.
do. I try them all.
it's yeah, it's more like the when it's more just yellow. It's more like a tomato taste, like like you pluck it outside tomato taste with that kind of
Mhm.
tomato. I don't even know how to describe it. Like when you smell a tomato leaf, it's got that taste
Right.
of the tomato, that
Hmm.
strong tomato taste. But if you let it get orange, you get sweet like candy.
Hmm.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna drop it today. Then I'm gonna look for it right now.
All
I'm
right.
gonna see. I gotta cook though.
See, I'm trying to see those plants I showed you were all seeds I got from You Grow Row, and I'm really
Mm.
excited to try those. Those I haven't tried those ever. I've tried pretty much
Which
every
one is it?
microdwarf there is.
Oh
The
yeah.
what was that? the something Tina and the ink spot, and I forget what the other one was.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
microbes.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
She did a video. She tasted a whole bunch of them. I remember
Did
that.
you see that big one? Did you see that big giant one she had in her last video? She dropped a video like yesterday or the day before, and she grew a dwarf. It wasn't, of course, not a micro dwarf, but she grew a dwarf tomato plant that had almost full size tomatoes on that thing. I
Oh
was like,
yeah, they
oh
do
man,
grow full size tomatoes.
I
I
gotta go
never
check
had
that.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. All right, man. I'm here yapping away, and you're in the middle. You're trying to cook your food. I didn't realize time had gone so fast. I felt like I just sat down.
I know.
Mm.
That's because we actually talking. When you're talking, the time go by fast.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
we gonna
going to.
hopefully get the. Are we gonna get the whole crew together next Saturday? You saying?
I'm hoping that Ro will be available. She has some other things going on, but I sent her a link if she wanted to come, and I tried to. We gonna see. I'm gonna get with Ro and see um if she has the time to link up with us. We're gonna see, but
I
Because
hope so.
I'm
you know
hoping.
she can do some
This is
show and tell.
fun.
Yeah, I want her to tell us about that melon that she has. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I got some melons too. It's yeah. I'm excited. I got to do
Oh,
some
my
more work.
melon germinated. My cajo.
That's what's
Oh,
up.
oh yeah,
Yep.
nice. Because
I was
you were saying you were
when
worried
I
about it, weren't
started
you?
with WIG, I changed it out
Right.
from that muskmelon. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the leaves on it. Woohoo!
Yeah. I mine didn't start off so fast because I germinate them, then I put them in the hydroponic, and then I'm like, man, do I didn't give them food at first, so I waited a long time to give them food. I
Whoa!
waited
Oh,
like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something
oh
like that.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Long
and
as
I
they
do that
went
a
yellow,
lot.
they should have been all right.
No, they was good. They was good. I was
Yeah.
Oh,
watching them. I was looking at them. I was like, y'all look good, okay. And then I'm
right,
like, you know what?
right.
Let's y'all lost a little water. Let's go ahead and I got a little shot glass. I put some of the salt, the 10, 5, 14, the salt. I took a quarter strength of what was recommended for that size of a reservoir, 1.5 gallon or whatever. So I
Right.
I reduced that down to the fourth or whatever, estimate estimated or whatever, did it, mixed it with some water, topped it off a little bit, and yeah, I had to raise the
Nice.
light. So they're doing really good. But the rooting system is all tangled up. So after I do um my cooking, entertain the wife, and then I'm gonna come out here and I gotta get these 3 units right here ready because it's time. It's time.
I got to set up that bucket system you made us all buy.
Say it again.
I said I got to set that bucket system you made us all buy that was on sale that one day.
Yeah, man. I'm so ready. Like, do you know what the possibilities are gonna be with that? Mine's going outside. I'm growing mine
Okay.
outside in, huh?
Nice.
What'd you say, Mike?
I don't have any place. Oh, I was just
Like
gonna say I don't have
buffalo
any place flat.
flat.
If I had a flat spot, I could grow the bucket system outside, but I'm afraid that the squirrels are coming to knock it over.
Man, I'm
Yeah, I
I'm
got too
taking
many
mine
pests
outside.
over here. Somebody done chewed through my wires. I'll be mad.
Oh no.
About
Yeah,
2 weeks.
I did a bucket system outside, but these four, I think it's a four set system. I haven't even opened it, but it's going outside. As soon as it
Mm,
gets warm enough, the greenhouse is going up. I might put a grow light out there. I don't know. Put some black. Um, I got to figure it out. I might have to do a little bit of maintenance for like a whole month. Just going out. I've been going out for the chickens anyway. So what's
right.
the big ideal of
Well, this
not going out there to make the
bucket
greenhouse
system.
better?
Wait a minute. I
I'm
got
doing
so many.
hydroponics
I don't need
outside.
no more.
Huh?
Yeah, and of course.
See, I got so many buckets. I don't need no more. And I'm looking at some new ones. Like,
It,
oh,
the
this
the
one
way
look nice.
It was it was very affordable. It was very
Right?
affordable
Right.
for me,
Right.
and I know what it actually can do. So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna throw the most productive plants in there. If it's
Right.
the leisure's
What
going in
size
there.
net pot? Do we got the 6 inch net pot?
I think it's bigger than that. I can't remember.
An 8 inch net pot? Lord,
I think
that's a
no,
treat.
it's it's the one that has like
I
this.
know the bigger ones is either a six. Yeah, that's like a 6 or 8 inch. Yeah, that is big. You can get a tree in
Yeah,
there.
but you can put a tree in there. You can
Yes.
put your lemon
Nice.
tree in there, just bring it in, spray it down
Yeah,
though. But
that
the
part.
possibilities are endless. I was not gonna let that deal go by. There's no
Right.
way
Right.
because it come with
That's,
more
that's what I was
components. Like
saying.
some of
The
these
pump
things
and
you can
everything.
actually
Right.
build yourself, but then there's certain things where it's like, you know what? If I pay somebody to do it and it's at such a low price, and I have a little extra money, then I'm gonna snatch it up, and that's what I had to do. I was like, I got the money, so yeah, we're
Yep.
gonna do this outside.
Hmm.
Nice.
So let's do one more giveaway.
All right.
Woohoo! Giveaway
Fine.
time.
Yeah,
For people,
Giveaway.
for y'all who hung in, the ones who didn't scoop, the ones who hung in, they get a treat.
yeah. Hello, Harriet. How are you?
My
Let's
chat
see, who else did I
stopped
miss?
moving.
Yeah, people are listening, I think. Miss Joy, y'all, and you can always email us, and Mike will be able to do videos of some of this stuff. I can't. I,
Yeah,
I
that's I've been
I
really enjoying
struggle with just
doing.
regular life.
Um,
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be
yeah,
doing something right now.
right. People email
And
me questions and I do a video.
Mhm.
It gives me something to do. I like it.
Yep,
Hmm.
Mike is yo. Mike be on it now. Mike's
Yes, he do.
chaotic gardening. He be on it. I can't. I'm sorry. My wife would be like,
Yeah,
"What? Now you
ask me
emailing
questions.
people
I love
even
it.
more?"
Yeah, a lot of emails. I don't
And,
mind the emails.
yeah,
I like them. They give me
yeah.
some
Even if
Oh,
you
I
think
information
it's some
my
love them,
basic
but I'm
stuff,
regular
saying
email
the
checker.
videos I meant to say. Yeah,
I
that's
done
what I meant
lost
to say.
a whole heap of them because that one time I was talking about emails and people checked me in the spam. How about I deleted them before I could even see who all they was? Like,
oh,
Ooh.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was
Oh
like
no.
3 of them.
So anybody that's in the replay or y'all in the chat right now, if you know how to grow, oh, I ain't got no more in the pack anyway. Never mind. So we're gonna do this giveaway. Let me write this down. I'm gonna disappear for a minute because I gotta send it to Mike and G Mama, but I gotta write this down. I've been dropping
Yeah,
some
it's
herb seeds.
giveaway time. Giveaway time.
Okay, so I gotta write it down now or I forget again. Yeah, I started two things of seeds since being on live. No,
Well,
three set.
get her done.
Yep,
yeah. I
I did
started like
these right there. The lime basil. Yeah, so I transplant that one and the lemon basil and some okra that I'm putting on top of the tabletop unit.
Looking
Let them
good. I
soak in some
got you.
water 2 days. Let me
nice.
send this to y'all real quick. Let's see, let's see, let's see.
I'm trying to figure out how early I can start these potatoes because I'm ready to start them now. I got a couple and they were so good. I did not save any, so I got to start all over again.
Oh yeah, last night I dropped that. Okay, got it. I dropped that. What's that rash that the T-Nog was talking about? That sweet rash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just dropped the seeds for that. last
Sweet
night.
radish.
There you go, G
Uh,
Mama.
What kind of sweet?
here it is.
Wait,
There you
Yeah,
go.
the timer thing is in the way. All I can see is look like a pickle. Oh, there we go.
Chinese
Chinese
shawa. Shawo.
shower fruit. Oh, I think I got those. Shower fruit radish. Yeah, I got some of
Yeah,
those. I never tried them though.
I
I
just
thought it
dropped
was
those.
a hot one.
Mm-mm.
Shower
Supposed
fruit.
No,
to be like
mine's
I ain't
already
tried.
cookie.
started over there. Hmm.
That's not a
Say
hot
what?
one. That's not
No,
a
No,
it's
hot
no,
supposed to
it's
one.
be
fruit.
sweet.
It's supposed to be sweet like a fruit.
Really? Now
A
I'm gonna try
radish that
it.
tastes like
Look,
fruit. Yeah,
I
we'll
thought it
see.
was a hot one.
I'm excited.
Oh, I'm thinking about wasabi.
Yeah, wasabi's the hot one.
Oh, have mercy. Okay, but I
But
got some.
I'm going.
I started it already. It's over there. It's growing. Yeah, it's growing. It's not as close because my cabbage is over there, and I got to remove my cabbage. So I'm also going to be dropping. Did I do? I said the. Okay, y'all. Let's get back to the bottom of the chat. Okay,
All right, yeah,
it's eight
yeah,
o'clock
yeah.
p.m. in
Yeah,
South
I got
Central
it.
Los Angeles.
All right,
Okay,
we
you got it
got it.
too.
All right, so go ahead and
Harriet,
start.
Miss. All right, start. It's going to be from
Start your number
100 to 200. From 100 to
100.
200.
All right.
Hey, Cage Renee's Garden.
Hey, King.
What up, California? Yeah. There's another person in California right there, K's Renee. Make sure you put put GTJR in the chat. Somebody was asking questions about California growing.
Hey, Cassandra Southwood
California
Garden.
girl.
I don't think I've seen her.
Now I got that song stuck in my head.
Oh Lord, I wasn't even.
California
I'm
girl.
looking at stuff. I ain't even been watching any numbers, y'all.
I've been watching.
Oh,
Not yet. A lot of people are close.
yeah. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day.
God's mercy never fails. Hello to you.
Oh, I didn't see them. Hey, Casey. I ain't see her
Yeah.
either.
Hello, K.
Going.
Bridget Harris. Hello, hello.
Hello, Bridget.
And people are close. Oh,
Oh,
stop. We
there it
got.
Nisha.
is.
Oh no.
Stop.
Oh, it's the same person. Stop.
She
Same
done
person
won
before. It's
twice.
their night. Yep. Their night.
Okay. Go
Way to
Simply
go.
Bell.
Did you
We
save
did
my
that.
mail?
Okay, let me write them down for another one.
Congratulations, Simply Bell. The
Congratulations,
number
Simply
was
Bill.
113, y'all. We not playing. You are the winner. Okay, Renee, type GT Junior in the chat, please.
Yeah, type GTJR so we can California people can connect with you.
Yeah, that's why I put that on there, y'all. I want y'all to be able to. Y'all are content creators, all of y'all. If you're a content creator, put your stuff in there. This is a less rude way to promote yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't, there's certain etiquette that we have, or we should have, or we adopt to. So yeah, share your channel just like that. GTJR, and yeah, hopefully you'll
California.
get somebody wants to see what's going on with you. And congratulations, Simply Bell. Tell me what
Hey,
you
Bridget.
want. Now, since this is your second time and you already picked a home package, if you pick home
Ooh.
again, what? What, G Mama?
Nothing. It just came out of me. I just realized that she just won again.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yes,
what?
her night.
Okay, she a girl. Bye. That's all I can say. I be, I'm happy like I won. Look,
You're right.
Devora, hello.
Now she's gonna get that
woo,
good package.
man.
Yeah,
Bye.
so
She ain't even understanding what's going on right now.
okay, so the If you pick home again, then I send you a cutting
She
that
says
I think you
up
will
to
enjoy.
you.
It's up to
She
me.
says up to you.
All right.
Do you have a
That's what she
garden
typed
like?
in the chat.
Wow. Have
Yeah, you're gonna have to let
you?
him know what you want, cause yeah.
It's GT.
C King.
She said
Yeah.
mail, please. So
Okay.
mail.
So since you pick male, I will send you a cutting, a fruit tree cutting. Okay.
Ooh.
It's gonna be fig.
Oh.
It's gonna be beautiful. I promise you. Um,
Mm.
Rooting a fig is very, very easy. It's very easy.
Yes, it is.
Keeping it alive, as long as you pay attention to it, it should survive. Yeah, email me. It's
You want
scrolling at
some?
the bottom down there. And
And you might want to write that down too.
yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, thank you, G Mom. I am very forgiving, so I appreciate
Hey,
So am
that.
hey.
I. Look, so am I.
Oh, I'm bad. Oh my goodness, it's
I'd have
bad.
had to come back and scroll all through the live. Now, who won?
I've
Oh my
done that. I have done that many a times. Oh my goodness. So the
God.
fig cutting is going to be way more than $5. So
Yes,
so
indeed.
you'll get the seeds and then you'll get the fig cuttings. Okay. Now
Mhm.
y'all are going to still have more questions and just keep on giving it to us. We will be back next Saturday. So
Big
if you
wheel
have more
dog.
questions,
Hello.
who?
Big
Big Will.
wheel dog
Oh, what's
in
up
the
with your big
source.
wheel? Yeah. Yeah, we about to leave, man. I got to go. Well, not I got to. I get to go cook for my family because it's a privilege for you to be able to cook a nice meal and your
Yes,
family be
Right.
indeed.
satisfied and happy.
Mhm.
That's the way my
Mhm.
approach is. I enjoy cooking, so I'm gonna cook up something good, and then I'm gonna cook up me something good for in the morning. I got some big biscuits in the can, probably full of GMO, but I'm gonna eat that. Make me some gravy, some bacon. I'm still gonna do what I do until I
That
choose to not do what I do. I'm saying that. So,
part.
yeah, I'm gonna hear that pop. Yeah, but I have enjoyed everyone here. Don't
Yeah, I have
forget to
to.
email me simply Bella. Wait,
Yep.
let me
Simply
go
Bell.
back.
Simply Bell
Simply
Living.
Bell. Yeah.
She won both times. Wait, who was
Yeah.
the
Two
other
She
times.
one?
won. Unique. I'm gonna send her some money.
Unique. Yeah.
Okay, Unique. She got the cash app.
Yeah, send the
She's
five
moving.
dollar cash up.
She wants the
Yep, yep,
cash.
yep. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Cash in
Nope.
the hand. Yes, yes. All right, y'all. Y'all have more questions? Please put it in the chat. Put it at the comment section. Um, we will be back next Saturday. We think
Man,
we're gonna do it around the same time, 5 o'clock.
do we?
We hope to have Ro here. If not, then we'll work out some so she can share her expertise as well. She has a lot to lend to the conversation. When it comes down to indoor gardening, and y'all keep on growing. Mike and G Mama, y'all have something that y'all would like to say, please?
Nope. Just
Something.
get some
Y'all
questions ready
content,
for us.
y'all the S8, y'all say something.
All right, go ahead, Jim.
Well, I am G Mama Grows, and my channel is an entertainment gardening channel where I show my plants and sometimes my bunny. And I'm just starting to go live every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just turn on my camera in my garden while I'm working, and pretty much it.
All right. I'm Mike
Thank
Scatter
you.
Gardening. I do chaotic stuff with gardening, and I also have a ton of outside critters that keep me busy. And check me out. And also get your questions. If you have any hydroponics questions, um, I know enough to help you and hopefully not hurt you. So ask questions.
Please. All right, y'all. As I always say, trust the process. It's GT Junior, and we out.
Peace.